One horrid night sparked one of the biggest tragedies in the history of the overworld. I was in this event myself, unfortunately, and it stays in the back of my mind and reappears every time I go to bed. It began on the dusk of July 24 in the year 2000. I was in my old house doing hobbies of a normal human being, which was crafting. I was awfully bored during this time and decided to make cake for the fun of it. I had all ingredients required to create the item except for sugar. How could I forget the most important ingredient? Thought to myself. Now this village I used to live in had strict rules, and having your own farms were against the law. Because of this, I had to go to the supermarket, but thankfully it's only about a quarter of a mile away. I had to walk since other transportations weren't an option during this time. On my way to the supermarket, I had a lot of goosebumps. This wasn't the first time I felt uneasy on a stroll to places in this village. Little to no people would be around when it's dark out, and the crime rate here wasn't low, not even close. I spotted something at the corner of my eye in the direction of the woods, but I passed it off as my imagination. I was stupid to do that. After a few more minutes of walking, I heard a noise that was extremely unsettling. I wished it was just the wind. I wished it was a small branch that broke off a tree, but no matter how hard I wished, I knew I couldn't escape the truth. Someone's in the woods. If I run, they'll hear me and know where I am, but if I stay still, they'll find me eventually. What should I do then? But of course, it could be something that isn't even a threat. After that, I ran for the rest of the trip. The market had several other people inside, but for such a large area, it looked very devoid of life. I looked around to see if the merchants were selling the sugar I needed. Most of them were just selling junk, like gunpowder, cloth, and flint and steel. Some of them weren't even open. I finally spotted a place that sells cake ingredients. "Good evening, sir," I greeted the grocer. "How much does a sack of sugar cost?" He told me it would be 5 emeralds. At first, that price seemed strange to me, because these merchants are usually greedy. What kind of sugar farms are they growing there? I thought to myself. Well, anyways, back on topic. I gave him the emeralds, and he told me he'd be back in a moment to get the sugar. At this point, I'm shaking with anxiety. That's when the thunder came. That's when it came. When I first saw that thing, I was cowering in fear. I couldn't move, and I couldn't take my eyes off of it. It looked like that one legend called the Wither, but its eyes, they were different from the one in those rumors. It flew towards me at an alarmingly high speed. It spotted me and threw some sort of explosive head at me. I barely dodged its attack, but the blast temporarily impaired my hearing. After that, I became lightheaded and ran around like a maniac. I couldn't see or hear properly at the moment, so I thought it was a good idea to run as fast as I could out in the open. The wither thing lost interest in me and flew towards the other people. I tried to distract it, but I was still losing my consciousness after that blast. I eventually ran into something and passed out. When I woke up, I was devastated. Everything was ruined. The monster was gone, but that wasn't good news. I ran back to my village, only to see it in ruins as well. For the following years, I've been searching for a civilization that was still standing. And I've never been successful. Right now, I just hope that I can find other survivors. And I really hope that this monster isn't still out there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was a lot of fun to make, and I'm planning to make this a full series. I don't know how long it'll be on the channel for, or how many episodes there'll be. But I know that this is going to be the beginning of something awesome. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and feel free to check out the people who collaborated with me in the description below. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.